Hello, this is your Life Path Tarot reading for the week beginning Monday the 10th of August, and we're going to be looking at the energies of the week, the blessings and the challenges, and what we can leave behind and what we can embrace instead. So let's have a look. The energy that we're bringing in from last week, the energy that we're bringing into this week from last week is an interesting one. It's the Ten of Pentacles. So we're bringing in a feeling of abundance, prosperity, thinking about the future, thinking about future stability, legacy, inheritance, all those sorts of things. But it's a feeling of richness, a feeling of abundance, a feeling of completeness. So maybe we're bringing something to a close this week to do with this, something like this. Maybe completing I don't know, a house refurbishment, anything to make life more comfortable, more satisfying, richer, more enjoyable, more stable, anything like that. That's the energy that we're bringing this week, and we're finishing it this week too. So the actual energy of the week is not a 10, but a 9. This is the 9 of Wands. So looking back at this, we're completing something. It's maybe a feeling that it has been a bit of a struggle. It's taken something out of us. We've had to battle a bit with things. Now, thinking of the example that I gave, which was like a house refurbishment or redecorating or something like that. Yeah, you would feel like that. It is been a bit of a battle. You've had to use your willpower to push you on and get it done. But it is going to be done this week, and you are going to feel very satisfied with it. So, what are the blessings? Right, so the blessings that we've got this week, it's the 8 of Swords. Now, the 8 of Swords is all about not being able to move forward because of limiting beliefs. They're just in your mind. They're just thoughts, they're just beliefs. They're not anything real. They're not actual things that are holding you back. Just you're feeling that you can't get around them, you can't get over them. You're too young, you're too old, you're too young, you're too, I don't know, anything. You're not, haven't got enough experience, you haven't got enough qualifications, anything like that. This week, the blessing is there is an opportunity. If you take it, like all these things, it doesn't fall into your lap. It is something that you have to grasp hold of and complete and actually take action. But this week, there is the opportunity to get through some of those limiting beliefs. So do something despite the feeling that you're not ready for it, you're not qualified for it, you're not good enough for it, any of those sorts of things. I don't know, all those things. We all have them, those things. Oh, I'd love to do that, but I am not clever enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not qualified enough, all those sorts of things. This week, there is the opportunity to give it a go and find that it was only your thoughts that were holding you back. So that's a blessing this week. You can take the blessing or you can let it go. But if you take it, you will find that you can let go of at least one limiting self-belief this week. But you have to take action. You have to prove to yourself. You have to see, you have to perceive that it was just your thoughts. It wasn't anything actually real. So the challenge then. Okay, so the challenge, we've got the King of Pentacles. And coming into the week, we had the energy of the Ten of Pentacles. Now the King of Pentacles, you can sort of see the connection. Just looking at it, you can see how they're connected. The challenge is to share this, whatever this is, whatever you've been working on. This is to some extent, your legacy is what you're going to share with other people, the people around you, your family, your friends. And the King of Pentacles is here this week to challenge you to do that, to share your abundance with others. It's not to be recklessly giving away all your money, opening up your home to strangers. Yes, come on in, raid the fridge, do whatever you want. It is sharing your abundance with generosity. And generosity is what makes abundance flow in. So it's generosity and abundance are a cycle. So abundance comes in being abundant. I can't think else to put it. If you are generous, you keep the energy moving. And this is not just generous with money. This is generous with your time, your attention, your support, helping people find their own resources. So sharing your resources, helping people find their own resources. But it is about sharing this legacy, this abundance, this richness. Just sharing the richness of life. It can just be your opinion. Isn't it a beautiful day? Isn't it? Isn't this a wonderful place? Just sharing your sense of richness, of satisfaction. Even that can be passing on this abundance, being generous with it, sharing it. So that's a challenge. It is a bit of a challenge. We do tend to not hoard things, but we do tend to think, oh, well, I've got it now, but next week, will I still have it? You probably will, so share it now. And like I say, it's not necessarily money, it's not necessarily giving all your stuff away, going out into the streets and giving all your stuff away. It can be just sharing that generosity of spirit as well. Right, what can we leave behind this week? Oh, okay. And this is an interesting one. This is the Two of Cups. So what we can leave behind this week is, I'm going to go out on a bit of a limb here and say what we can leave behind this week is a relationship which isn't bringing us this equality. You see, in the Two of Cups, they are both facing each other. Two of Cups is about relationships. Cups is about emotions. So these two people they're facing each other. They're offering each other, cups brimming full of emotions, full of satisfaction and love and delight and all those lovely things. I'm going to say this week is about leaving behind a relationship that isn't giving you this, mutual love and support and pleasure. So this is the week to not necessarily leave it behind, but as in, cut that person off, ghost them, never speak to them again. And it could be a relationship with things. It could be a relationship with your job. It could be a relationship with an organization. It could be a relationship with a community group. It's not necessarily a one-to-one relationship, but there is something in your life that is not giving you back as much as you're putting into it. And this is the week to just begin to withdraw what it is that you're putting into it. You don't have to ghost them. You don't have to block them, go away, never darken my doors again. But start to withdraw what you're putting into it. You're putting too much into it and you're not getting it back. And it might be that when you stop putting into it, if it is, say for the sake of ease, it's another person, you withdraw a bit and start not putting so much into it, trying to make the relationship work. They might notice and get their act together and start being a bit more equal about it. So it doesn't necessarily mean the end of a relationship. It means letting go of putting your all into something that's not feeding you in the way that it should be. So that one's a little bit delicate. Treat that with discernment and emotional intelligence. But it could be that you're putting too much into something and not getting anything like you should be getting back from it. Okay. And what you can embrace instead of that is, oh, what have I done? Oh, I've turned the pack. I just turned the pack over. Right, okay. That's better. We had, what you can embrace instead of it, we had the Ten of Pentacles. Sorry, that's just very confusing. What you can embrace instead of that is the Queen of Swords, this emotion, this internal approach to life. The Queen of Swords, you can be the Queen of Swords if you're a man, you can be a woman, you can be young, you can be old. You don't have to be a mature woman, which is what's depicted on the Queen of Swords. You can be whatever it is you are. It's an internal energy. It's an attitude. Let's put it that way. It's an attitude to life. And embrace the attitude of the Queen of Swords, which is she wants truth, she wants equality, she wants clear communication. She doesn't want a lot of fluff and flannel, and I'm thinking maybe this is something to do with this. Instead of lots of pretty words, she would like some really clear communication and some real honesty. That's what she wants to embrace and say this is an attitude to maybe this relationship, maybe just a life in general, but an attitude of clarity, of crystal clarity. There's no sort of fuzzy edges. There's no, like I said, there's no pretty words or flattery, fluff, flummery, all those sorts of things. It is just very clear, very truthful, very honest, very, not necessarily even logical, but just this clarity, crystal clear clarity. That's what you can embrace this week. And as I say, maybe that's with this relationship. So I hope you have a great week with that, getting really clear about everything. And I'll see you next week.